What is up, everybody? My name is Dave Torrey, and I am out in the woods as usual. We're at an old mill site today. I'm out here with my buddy Ethan, who is over there somewhere, and we've already been doing a little bit of digging, and it looks like there's some really great stuff in the ground. This mill site is said to date back to 1810 and was destroyed in 1890 or so. So there's a lot of potential. And we got a bunch of land to search. We got this old mill pond right behind me. I'm out here with my Equinox 600 today, and I just found something very cool in that hole right there. I haven't been able to fully scope it yet, but I wanted to share the experience with you guys. So let's see what this is. I think this may be an old crotal bell. It's some kind of bell. I don't know about the crotility of it, but it looks like maybe an old sleigh bell or something like that. Ironic because it is, I don't know, 3-4 days before Christmas right now. Let me clean this off a little bit and I'll bring it back. Alright, so I've cleaned this thing up a bit. Definitely an old like sleigh bell. And it's got this patent date on the top. I can't totally make out, but there's quite a bit of it that I can. Where does it start? It's like Pat October 24th. It looks like 76. And then it says and May 14th, 78. So I'm kind of assuming that is 1870s. Very cool. Probably an old sleigh bell. Nice. That is very ironic that it is this time of the season. Cool. And the best part about it, she's still got a ringer. Once I clean all that dirt out of there, I bet it's going to chime nicely. Sweet. Good start to the day. Let's keep going. I'm not sure what this is yet, but it was hitting like 11, 12. Could be nickel. I'm thinking button now that I see it. Yeah, a little convex going on there. Broken shank. Nice old button though. Don't see any pattern going on either. Maybe a back mark. Not sure. These buttons are looking pretty old though. It's a good sign. Ooh, I just got to try this one live. Yep, there it is, whatever it is. Oh, it's a piece of an old kerosene lamp. This is where the wick would have gone. Cool, not as shiny as I would like, but that is a cool old find. The easiest coin of the day. Oh, is it? Nice. I was just digging on a 19 right over here. Looks like it got an Indian. Still can't see any sort of date. Let's see. It looks exactly like Indian until you see that shank. Yeah. Size comparison. Yeah, it's a little bit smaller. That's looking nice though. Nice full shank and everything. Yeah. Sweet. Around the oldness. Pretty small area, but it seems to be decently full of targets. Let's keep going. Man, this was a twitchy, weird target. Bunch of iron in the ground around it. But I heard something good, and now I can see something good. Looks like a nice old coin of some sort to me. Oh, it's a button. Yeah, it is a button. A big old button, though. See that shank mark. Huh. Looks like something that would have a pattern on it, though. Let's see if we got anything here. Rubber. Not seeing much. Yeah, I don't think so, but back marked, big old button. Nice. Well, here's a big old, what the heck is that? It's round. It's got some sort of, I don't know, looks like brass or something like that on it, and it is well stuck in the ground. Ah. Okay. Interesting. Definitely a big old piece of horse tack. Like a Rains guide or something. Looks exactly like what it is to me. This would have been a cap that went on some piece of wood that this was drilled into. Probably a Rains guide. That's cool. That sounds a little choppy, but it also does sound pretty dimish. Let us see. Oh, there it is right there. Oh, big old button. Yeah, it looks like a big old two-piece. Is that going to be military or civilian? Oh, it's going to be fancy, whatever it is. Yeah, still got the shank all fancied up. I'm going to clean that off, bring it back. Oh man, this turned out to be really cool. That's going to be definitely an old Rhode Island, some sort of service button. Could be Navy or Marines. I have no idea, but judging by the age of all the other stuff that we're finding here, that could be, I don't know. I wonder if it's even like Civil War potentially. By now I will have gotten all the information online, and I'm probably putting it on screen. Ah, that's beautiful. I really hope that's nice and old. Man, that's one of the nicer buttons I've ever found. Cool. That's a daymaker. I am now 2 feet away from where I dug up that coat button. And there's that. It's hinged. Maybe part of an old makeup compact or a purse or something. Oh, I don't want to break the hinge, but yeah. Yeah, clasps at the top. Probably an old makeup compact or something like that. It's cool though. That Civil War button definitely dates the area, so that's some old stuff. Got to recheck this hole. All right. Keithan was just saying, it looks like I found the whole outfit here. I think that was the Civil War button. That was the purse or makeup compact or whatever. And right here, it looks like I got a tiny little buckle. Something like that. Oh yeah. Yep, some kind of an old little buckle. Certainly looks like mid-1800s to me. It's got those super pointy, vicious little teeth on it. Cool. Man, if I could find some Civil War silver here, that would make me real happy. This was hitting pretty low, but it does look like part of an old little, I don't know, bag or maybe another one of those makeup compacts. Something like that. We've definitely seen little clasps like that that are on little, you know, coin pouches and purses and stuff like that. So cool. Pretty much right in line with where I've been finding all the other stuff recently. So this might have been the sitting area in the yard. Cool. Let's see what else we can get. All right, looks like Ethan got that silver I was talking about. Doesn't sound Civil War old.
No, it's not.
Did you say a Merc?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Clean.
Nice. Yeah. Good job, man.
Yeah.
How deep was that?
Oh, 4 or 5 inches.
Nice.
Wasn't too bad.
You see that for a sec? Yeah, clean little coin too.
Yeah, they always come out of the ground nice.
Yeah. No mint. 36. Cool. That's weird, you know, considering like all the other stuff that we were finding. It definitely didn't seem like 1936 sort of territory. I'm looking at you through the camera. Yeah, it looks like we got another for the button bin. I am digging everything out here now. Not like I wasn't in the first place. Here's out a furniture tack. It has that look to it now. But even these low signals, this was hitting like 8 to 10 on the Equinox. Clean it up a little bit. Eh, nothing too special about that. Could have been a button or a furniture tack. But just about everything comes up as something interesting, so pretty happy about it. Oh yes, digging all of those shotgun shell kind of targets, and half the time they turn out to be something nice like this. That's a nice old suspender buckle, kind of thin looking, so maybe not as old as I'd like, but it's in nice condition too. Yeah, it's a beauty. Cool. Good relics here. Here's a nice little 17 target. I don't know what it is yet, but it looks fancy. Whoa. What the friggin' crazy flat button is that? I mean, it is a button. Wow, I've never seen anything like that. It's this crazy, gigantic, like, 5-piece button. I'm going to toothbrush that off just because I have never seen anything like that before. Look at that interesting pattern, too. Well, didn't seem to get any more information by cleaning it off, but it is certainly a gigantic, weird, like 5-piece flat, or yeah, 5-piece button. There's a back mark. I haven't been able to read totally clear yet. I don't know, I guess just some gigantic coat button with a florally kind of design going on. That's pretty cool. That's the strangest button that I've ever found. Yeah, I just popped out a nice 2021 signal, and I do not know what it is yet. There it is right there. Right for the bad lighting over here. It's going to be a nice flat button for sure. Or 2-piece. Wonder if that one's going to be civilian. There are a ton of buttons here. It's in nice condition. Ooh. Looks like this might be another service button. Yeah, that looks like the Rhode Island Hope anchor. Cool. That's as nice as the last one. Well, kind of. No shank. I'm going to brush that off a little bit too. Let's see what we got.
Now, I gotta stop this episode for just a minute to talk about this button. This turned out to be kind of a rare Civil War button. This is a Rhode Island Washington Cavalry coat button. And here are our buttons all cleaned up. A little bit of lemon juice and some dish soap on a fine bristle brush. Did a pretty good job bringing them back. The one on the left, as I had explained, is a Rhode Island State Seal Civil War coat button. And the one on the right is a Rhode Island Washington Cavalry Civil War coat button. Probably belonging to the same uniform because they were found about 10 feet away from each other. And that uniform would have belonged to kind of an elite soldier. There was about 20,000 soldiers from Rhode Island that fought in the Civil War, and of those 20,000, only about 5,000 were cavalry. There were 3 different cavalry regiments from Rhode Island in the Civil War, and they all saw extensive campaigns. They fought as far south as New Orleans and Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and they were instrumental in the Gettysburg campaign and lots of other campaigns. So this button probably belonged to a soldier who saw extensive service and a lot of fighting in the Civil War. And it's a piece of history from my state connecting to a very important and formative time of our country's history. So I am very proud of it. I don't have many Civil War relics that I've found and none that are this special or identifiable. So this one's a really cool one to me. So that's that. Back to the episode.
Well, this one's a bit odd. Hitting 2021 right on the surface, and it's a little tiny ox knob. Definitely some early stuff, but why would it be on the surface? I was thinking to myself before I noticed this axe head wedged in a tree right next to me. I'm thinking this place has been dug up, and that was something that they left along with this axe head. Which, I'll take that. I think these things are cool. Some cool old, 1700s history. Very nice. And right next to this old foundation now, too. Overlooking the pond. Looks like a nice old spot to me. Good signs. I was just chasing down a 15 to 17 signal that just turned completely to iron in the hole, so there must be a bunch of nails and stuff down there, but this did pop out. Looking to me kind of like a fatty Indian head. Can't really see anything coming through yet. We'll have to give that a brush off and bring it back. Oh yeah, that's thick. Well, that coin did not turn out to be an Indian head. It turned out to be a flying eagle. Look at that. That is a flying eagle. Woohoo! I haven't found one of those in a long time. That looks like an 1857. I think that's 2 years before they started minting Indians. The backside is totally wiped out, but I am pretty happy that it was sitting this side down. That's actually not terrible. Let's see if I can get that date to focus in on there. And it looks like a 57 to me. Very cool. I think that's my third. Awesome. Oh, that's a very cool old coin. Not in awful condition either. Sweet. And believe it or not, I think I got a button here. This place is so full of buttons. That's cool though. I do like a good button. This looks like a nice old flatty. Doubt that there's anything on it. Looks pretty plain. Nice old button though. Oh, there he goes. Look at this beaver just sitting right there. Just floating, maybe chewing. Who knows? A tired old beaver. I'm tired. I don't want to do any more of this wood stuff. Well, speaking of that, we're tired too. Gonna head back home.
And we are back at home, wrapping up one of my favorite hunts of the year, my last hunt of the year of 2022. Amazing amount of buttons and really crazy, historically significant buttons in this hunt, which I am ecstatic about. Starting in the back, we've got a nice old piece of a kerosene lamp. Usually I find these totally beat to shreds, but this one's pretty complete, which is cool, especially considering the history of that area and how old this is likely to be. Tiny little ox knob, probably the smallest one I've ever found. This crazy 4-piece, 5-piece, however many pieces button, this thing is definitely a unique find for me. It's just a big woman's coat button. Really interesting find, but I guess nothing too, significant about it. Cool to display. My sleigh bell, which has a nice ring to it now. I did look this up, and this does seem to be a late 1800s sleigh bell. Seems like there's quite a few on their original leathers for sale online, so that does confirm it. That is pretty cool that I found that right around Christmas. You can see that patent date here,
Where does it start? We got patent. There you go. Pat, October 26th, 76, and May 14th, 1878. Very cool. Kind of want to reuse that, put it on a door somewhere. Moving on, we've got a really nice, ornate suspender buckle. Really cool to see these things in such good condition, because they do have some amazing pattern to them. Button, button, who's got the buttons? I've got the buttons. This guy. Starting in the back, some plain old flat buttons, maybe early 1800s. That mill was all the way back to 1810. So it seems like I've got quite the spread of buttons here that could be 1700s. That certainly has the look to it. All the way to the late 1800s. This turned out to be a little iron-backed two-piece button. Kind of cool. You can still see the shank on there. And nice little flat button with a piece of the fabric still on it. That's awesome. And moving to the really good stuff here, got a 1888 Indian head. Pretty good condition considering. There you go. And my third ever Flying Eagle cent, which is a 1858. Kind of beat up, but pretty good condition considering how badly corroded all the other ones that I've found are. Just barely make out that 1858 down there. Love Flying Eagles. Very, very cool coins. And then moving on to the very important stuff. This guy I just washed off in a little bit of lemon juice. Just swirled around in a little cup with lemon juice for like 10-15 minutes, and then very lightly cleaned with a toothbrush with a little bit of dish soap on it. That ground that I found this guy in, all of these things in, is just highly corrosive stuff, so it's really rare to find something that has some nice gilting to it still. But this is quite a treasure. Rhode Island State Seal Civil War coat button. Really nice condition on that. And then probably the coolest thing that I have found at this place, and not only that, but probably my coolest button ever, is this Washington Cavalry Rhode Island coat button. This thing, I mean, you already saw the little clip I did earlier, but man, it saw extensive service in the Civil War. Who knows how many years, but that is a very cool find. These are actually my two, I think I found one other Civil War button, so these are very special to me. Not finding a lot of that kind of stuff around this state. Very cool. Well, thank you guys very much for watching. If you like what you saw, please like and subscribe. Go out and dig cool stuff up.